Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me back today for a new pick a card reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa and today's video is going to be a financial energy check-in for the next 3 months. This is a timeless reading, you guys, so these messages can apply whether you're viewing it the day that I post it or you find this video several months after that. Just know that this is going to be focusing in on your financial flow over the course of the next 3 months. I do want to just make a quick disclaimer that there will not be financial advice being provided in this reading. I am not a financial advisor. So if you guys are having issues with finances, you definitely want to make sure that you're seeking out the proper professional to support you in that. What today's video is really going to be getting into is just the overall energy and events around your finances over the course of the next couple of months. So we're going to be focusing more in on the energy around it, what's happening, what's going on, so that you guys have a little bit of a heads up as you're planning. Keep in mind too, you guys, this is a general reading, so some messages may resonate super specific to you while others may not. Just take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. If you do want to book a more personalized reading, all the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. Also keep in mind with these more predictive style readings, you guys, that this is really just giving you a snapshot of the current energy around your finances based off of where you are right now. So if you're seeing something predicted out for you in this 3-month forecast that you're not really loving or that doesn't feel like it's in alignment with your goals, you have the free will to switch up your actions, switch up your energy, do something different, and manifest a totally different outcome for yourself. So just never feel like you're tied or bound to something a tarot reading says, because energy is always shifting and changing. All right, well, let's go ahead and now get into our card selection for today's reading. So starting here on the left, we have pile 1. This is some honey calcite. We have pile number 2 with some pyrite, and then we have pile number 3 with some green aventurine. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your financial flow in the next 3 months. Select the card or crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to, really selecting with your intuition versus your eyesight. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to find the timestamp that'll take you to your chosen reading. See you there. Hey there, pile 1. If you guys selected this beautiful honey calcite, this will be your reading where we're going to look into your financial flow over the course of the next 3 months. So let's go ahead and get started with the overall energy being mutable moon. And then let's look at your tarot cards, and we will get into the rest of these as we progress through the reading. So next 3-month energy check-in, we have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the 8 of Wands, wow. And we have the 2 of Cups. Wow, this energy feels really positive, you guys, first and foremost. So it's always good to be off on a positive note when we first start off a reading, that's for sure. Just gonna kind of like adjust our view here really quickly. So overall energy that I'm seeing for your finances the next few months, pile 1, we have the mutable moon. This talks about nothing is yet set in stone. So kind of like I was talking about in the intro, this is really the case regardless, but for you guys specifically, things with finances are flexible over the next 3 months. There's a lot of potential for things to shift or pivot and change. And so like any sort of plans that you guys have been making, any sort of things that you're working on, just be aware that over the course of the next couple of months, nothing is being solidified just yet. And I'm definitely seeing that here as we start off. So starting here at like the beginning of this next kind of cycle, the next 3 months, we start off here with the 7 of Pentacles. So this 7 of Pentacles talks about investment. It talks about investing in something. So some of you guys may literally be doing some financial investing, things like Bitcoin, stock market, savings, things like that. But I also think for a lot of you, this is just talking about some other type of investment, whether it be a business investment. With the 3 of Cups here, I feel like maybe some of you guys are working on building something with friends. So this could be like maybe a business that you guys are working on. Maybe there's some sort of like financial ties that you have to like a friend group or community group, something like that. But the 7 of Pentacles talks about how like we've started the investment process. We've been working on it for a little while now, but we're still not quite at the point where we're seeing fully the return on our investment, the fruits of our labor. So I very much see like the beginning of this period as being more of just like the initial work being put into this financial venture that you guys are going after. Now, moving through the remainder of your reading here, we also have the Queen of Wands, Eight of Wands, Two of Cups. So I feel like whatever you guys are working on with your friends, or whatever the situation is around friendship and finances that you're doing, business, whatever, there's definitely going to be a lot of movement forward. There's a lot of really passionate energy with this. There's a lot of confidence coming through. I think whatever you guys are working on is going to be very creatively inspiring to you. We have a lot of fiery energy, and it's no coincidence that you guys picked this stone, the honey calcite. This is directly tied to the sacral chakra, your solar plexus. So this is going to be a great stone for anyone wanting to boost creativity in their life or give themselves a little boost of energy and vitality. So Queen of Wands, Eight of Wands, it's like, I definitely see that you guys are feeling very creatively inspired. You're feeling very passionate about whatever this is that you're working on. And the Eight of Wands talks about a lot of fast forward movement. So things might feel like they're moving really, really fast for you with regard to this energy over the course of the next few months. We also have a Two of Cups here. So this is also talking about partnership. You guys have a lot of energy around your financial flow, like involving other people. It's interesting we go from the 3 to the 2. So for some of you guys, I'm almost getting the impression that like maybe something is shifting or changing in the initial idea that you guys have with the Three of Cups. Maybe there's going to be one person that decides to leave the financial investment or the project that you guys are working on. But for others of you, this could very simply be talking about another type of partnership in your life that has to do with your finances. So this could be like, maybe you have a business venture with friends, but then maybe you guys are also being supported by like a love interest or a romantic partner or another type of partnership in your life when it comes to your creative ventures and ideas. So far looking really positive. It definitely seems like more of the focus on the money, the tangible assets itself, are kind of at the beginning here as we're starting off this energy. And then the rest of the time is kind of around like building the creativity, communication, getting things out there, and then of course having that support. So let's kind of pull some more cards and just keep going here. So we have the Maiden, a new relationship blossoms. So relationships are really integral to your financial flow over the course of the next few months, you guys. I almost think for some of you too, with this Seven of Pentacles, this could even have to do with like networking, looking for a new type of job or new type of work as a way to build your financial investments or your financial portfolio. We also have serendipity, bright new prospects are on the horizon. This is amazing because you guys see you have a lot of this really energetic forward movement. There's definitely something coming in that's going to like impact your finances in a really positive way. That may feel like a new beginning for you or just something really exciting in terms of an opportunity coming your way. And again, you guys have partnership here. So there's support or there's someone helping you. There's someone that you're in business with kind of moving forward. Ooh, we also have the Wind activation. So again, like with the Eight of Wands, we have a lot of movement. There's a lot of momentum building up around your finances. So like, sometimes with this Seven of Pentacles energy, like this can feel a little bit impatient at times because it's like you feel like you've already put in so much work, but it's just still not quite ready yet. You're still not ready to reap what you've sown, if that makes sense. But I definitely see that over the next few months after making this initial plan that you guys are doing, things are really going to take off really, really fast for you. And it definitely is exciting because it feels like something that's going to be like exciting for you, like something you guys feel passionate about. So it's like, even though the actual money aspect of things might feel slower to develop, you guys just seem so excited and ignited around what you're doing, that it's like you're not even that worried about the return on investment yet because you're having so much fun doing what you're doing. You're activated. Let's see, let's take a look at some of these. So we have Faux Alert. This good friend has ulterior motives. So this is really funny because I was picking up on like someone here in this Three of Cups no longer being here with the Two of Cups at the end. So maybe a part of your financial flow over the next couple of months, you guys, is like, if you guys are in like a business partnership or you're working on a project with someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone is a bad person, but what this means is that there's somebody in this trio or in this group that's not in alignment with the vision. And so it's kind of interesting that we went from the 3 to the 2, and this is kind of confirming that there could be someone in your surroundings that has an impact over your money, or a hand in your money in some way that maybe you're going to find out as time goes on isn't really in alignment with you. We also have the 12th house of Pisces and Neptune. This talks about self-discovery, hidden characteristics, karma, sacrifices, dreams, secrets, how you embrace your faith. Yeah. Lots of different messages coming through here. It's like when I think of this energy of hidden characteristics, it's like I think that as time goes on, things will be coming to the light, especially around the person or the people that you guys are working with. I also think that there's messages here around like your dreams. I think a lot of you guys are following your dreams here with it when it comes to your money, but I also think that dreams is talking about like messages that you've been getting in your dreams. So if some of you guys are really tuned in to your dreams, you've probably already been getting messages around your financial flow in your dreams. So like pay attention to those dreams because those are messages for you around your financial situation. But this definitely feels like secrets coming into the light with regard to the partnerships in your life around your financial flow. And also like the 12th house is talking about learning to trust, embracing your faith, trusting that the universe has your back and that you are supported and taken care of in all of your endeavors. Okay, we have drama and red flags. Interesting, yeah. So with that faux alert coming in, this is definitely confirming that there's something with a friend or a partner around your money that's going to be revealed very soon. And it may not be anything super extreme, you guys. Like it could just be a little red flag that alerts you that somebody isn't really on the same page as you here. We also have career is a priority with money here. So I think that what you guys are feeling excited about as time goes on is like this situation that you're investing in. It's something that's furthering your career. And that's where I see a lot of this excitement, this energy, this movement forward. Put these up here. This can stay here. Okay, a couple more. So we have yes coming in. So this is going to kind of vary depending on like your situation and what your intuition is telling you. But I see this kind of as a yes, confirming that like these messages may be true for some of you. If some of you guys are thinking of like a specific person in your mind that you think could be the foe, they're telling you that yes, it is. But I also think this is a yes, solidifying that the investment or the thing that you guys are doing is going to pay off for you eventually in the end. There's a lot of really positive momentum and energy around this situation here. We also have abundance coming in, and look at all that money coming out. So yes, it's like as things progress, as secrets come to light, as you guys are kind of keeping the faith in your situation, abundance is imminent. So whatever you guys are working on, whatever you're investing in will certainly be leading to a flow of abundance coming into the next 3 months around your finances. So all in all, this looks like a really positive read for you guys. Just keep in mind, you did have that mutable energy here, talking about things are changing. So I would just say that as you're navigating these situations over the next few months, you want to just remain flexible. You want to remain agile because it seems like there are some things, a few curveballs that could be thrown your way that you may not necessarily be expecting here with a friend or partner or something like that. So you just want to be prepared to respond to that in a really flexible, agile way. All right, so pile 1, I'm going to go ahead and close it out there, but please drop me a comment down below. Let me know how this message resonates with your personal situation. If you guys are not already, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in a new reading soon. Bye. Hey there, group 2. If you guys selected the pyrite stone, this is going to be your financial flow energy check-in for the next 3 months. So we're going to start with some tarot and oracle, and then we'll get into the rest of these kind of as we progress in the reading. So overall energy for you guys around financial flow the next 3 months, we have the South Node coming through. And from the tarot, we have the Page of Cups. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Chariot. We have a Three of Swords in reverse. And we have a Five of Pentacles. Okay. All right, you guys, let's see what we have going on here. So I definitely think that you guys are experiencing a lesson around finances over the course of the next 3 months, because we have the South Node here. So the South Node really talks about past life karma. It talks about things that kind of like, you know, when I think of like karmic situations, sometimes it can be situations that just kind of suck us in or trigger us, or behaviors or patterns that really don't serve us in our highest good because they hold us back. I feel like maybe you guys, I'm almost feeling like some of you guys might be doing like the same old thing in the next 3 months, but maybe expecting a different result. And I feel like as the energy stands right now, like despite your best efforts, if you continue doing the same old with regard to your finances, it's going to lead to the same result. Okay. That's kind of what the South Node talks about. It's kind of like when we get stuck in the South Node, this is talking about like getting stuck in those old habits, bad habits, or getting stuck in those old energies that we know don't really serve us anymore. Or maybe there's like a past situation or a situation that you guys are stuck in that's kind of like holding you back from making financial progress over the next couple of months. So I want to get into these energies and kind of share what I'm seeing here. And remember that, like I said in the intro, you guys, energy is always flexing and changing. So anything you're seeing in this reading like can be changed with you switching up your actions and you switching up your energy, okay? So initially what I'm seeing here, starting off, we've got the Page of Cups, 10 of Wands. So I definitely feel like when it comes to something with your finances, you guys are starting off doing something new, doing something a little bit different. So I think there is this attempt to kind of get out of the comfort zone a little bit with the Page of Cups. Page of Cups really talks about like creative endeavors. It talks about things that we're going after that bring us joy, that bring us love. Could even be like something surprising or impulsive that you guys have tried or that you will be trying around finances over the next couple months. I could even see this as being like a side hustle or like a new hobby or something else that you're adding onto your career that you think may help you to generate more wealth or generate more income for yourself. But the important thing to remember about pages is that they're novices, they're new. So this is like something new that you guys are embarking on, and it will take a lot of work here with the 10 of Wands to really get it up and running, okay? I also think for some of you guys, this could be some sort of message coming in about finances, not necessarily bad news. Usually pages upright signify good news. So there could be some good news coming in about your finances as well. But what I see here with the 10 of Wands and the Chariot is that like there's definitely this energy of things feeling really difficult with finances over the next couple months. It's like we're trying to look at it with fresh eyes. We're trying to look at it with fresh energy, but I still see that there's a lot of burdens on your shoulders. So it's like if this Page of Cups is talking about you guys starting something new or trying like a side hustle, maybe going after a different, like more creative way of generating income through your creative endeavors. I think if you're not careful to balance things out for yourself, you're going to be feeling really overworked and really burnt out, okay? But I do see with the Chariot that you guys are very focused on whatever this is. So despite the hard work and despite feeling maybe a little drained or exhausted from the work you're doing to generate income, the Chariot is telling me that you guys are incredibly focused and you're incredibly driven on where you're going and what you want to do. And if you're not, if you're coming to this reading, you're like, oh my God, Melissa, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm confused. The Chariot is coming in as advice for you to say, like, you need to pick something and you need to go for it and need to remove any distractions from your life that are holding you back from achieving success. The Chariot is a great indicator that we can achieve success. It usually indicates a victory of some sort. But I feel like, we can only achieve that victory if we're clear about where we're going and we have a clear objective about what we want to do, okay? So the cool thing is once you've kind of achieved your objective here, once you've achieved your victory with finances or you've been striving toward a goal, I do see here with the Three of Swords being reversed that any sort of like pain or disappointment you guys have been feeling around your finances, it's going to be healing. It's going to be coming to an end. I see you guys definitely healing something around finances from the past. Maybe you guys have been struggling with finances for a while, or maybe you've fallen on bad times in the past, and this is kind of where this new energy is coming from. Things are going to start to feel better. I definitely think that you guys are going to be feeling a lot more in control of your circumstances than you had maybe in the past. But with this Five of Pentacles here, this is still kind of experiencing a loss. This is still feeling like we don't quite have enough. Now, this doesn't mean that you guys are going to lose money. Maybe for some of you that could be the case. Because because this card does talk about sometimes falling on hard times financially or having a loss in some way. But this Five of Pentacles is also an energy, right? So I want you guys to really think about this, like, especially if you're somebody who's coming to this reading and you feel like you have a good amount of money in the bank and you do feel financially stable. The Five of Pentacles can be talking about an energy of lack. Because if we look at this card, we have this like woman here, she's a mermaid, and she's offering these pentacles to support this person here, but they're not even seeing it because they're so like in their own despair. They're not feeling good enough for it. They're not even open to receiving it because they just don't feel like they're worthy. So I think you guys need to maybe ask yourselves, like, do I feel worthy of the results that I want to achieve? Am I willing to accept support? Am I willing to accept help? Or do I feel like I have to always do things all by myself? You know, it's interesting here because even in the Chariot card, you see that there's another person here. There's two people working on this together. So it's like, I feel like you guys might be learning over the next couple months that you don't necessarily have to go it alone, because I think going alone maybe held you back in the past. It seems like you have people in your life that want to support you and that want to help you, but you have to be open to receiving the help. And I think you guys also have to be open to receiving opportunity, right? Because this could also be signifying an opportunity coming through for you guys to make more money. And because you guys are just not in the place to receive it, you don't feel worthy, you don't feel like you're good enough, it's like you wouldn't even go for it, right? So this is really interesting energy around money. So let's get a few more cards and just see where this reading takes us. Pile 2. So we have Stars. A long journey brings rewards. Yes, and that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the Chariot. It's like, I think that you guys starting off on this energy, putting in the work, there is sort of this energy of victory coming in for you, which is really positive. We also have the Minstrel. Let your intentions be known. Interesting. Yeah, you guys, this is about like setting intentions, being clear with that Chariot card about where you're going, what you want to achieve, what is it that you want. Even with other people in your life, being clear about your intentions around finances, being clear about what you need around finances, what kind of support do you need, things like that. Communication. We also have the full moon of completion coming in. So yeah, you guys are closing out like a major karmic cycle around money in the next couple of months, which is really beautiful, because it definitely feels like you guys have been moving through maybe some tougher energies around finances. Maybe something with work has been hard for you. Things like that. You've had unexpected things happening that have thrown you off balance. But the great thing is that this is a cycle that's being completed in the next couple of months. And I think that with the South Node coming up, you guys want to just be thinking as you're coming to this reading and as you're navigating the next couple months, like, what lesson am I learning, right? Like, what's the lesson that I had to learn about the situation, about my finances? Was it that I need to ask for more help? Is it that I need to be more clear about my goals and objectives? Is it that I need to communicate with others and ask for support because I don't need to go at it alone, right? Or is it about learning to put in hard work and effort in order to achieve the victory that I'm wanting? Let's see. We have the number 8, very karmic number. This says, structures the compensation of karma towards success. And we also have Saturn here. So Saturn is like the planet of karma. You know what I mean? So yeah, just another message really reaffirming that this is a major time period of learning lessons around money for you guys. And then of course we have healing. This process requires patience, do not disturb. And like I was saying, the good thing is that it's getting better. It's getting better. It's almost like I feel that you guys it's like you've been successful in something here with the Chariot, but I almost feel like you guys, even though you feel better when you've achieved that success, I almost feel like you guys don't feel like you deserved it. And I think that is also something that needs to be looked into around your karmic lesson, right? Like raising your vibration to know that you deserve to have the support you need financially. You deserve to make money. You deserve to be rewarded for your achievements, right? And so with healing coming in, this is just saying to have patience with yourself, be gentle with yourself. Healing doesn't happen overnight, right? Usually it's a process. It takes time for us to shift our energy and to really move into something new, you know, move on from situations. Yeah, So we have feeling drained coming in, which makes a lot of sense with that 10 of Wands energy, right? Like I can definitely see there's a lot of pressure on you guys to fix things, make things better. And then look, we also have Speak on It with that minstrel. I just love when these cards like sync up so perfectly, because that's exactly kind of the vibe I'm feeling. It's like you guys are being guided around money and finances to communicate more clearly about your needs, communicate more clearly with yourself, setting those clear intentions, etc. So starting off here, our last two cards, we have No and we have Romance. With Romance coming in, I'm wondering if like some of you guys might have like, I'm seeing a couple things. Some of this could have to do with like literally a romantic relationship, and maybe your finances were tied up with a person or a partner. For some of you, this can be talking about like finances are affecting your romantic relationships. Maybe it's affecting your self-esteem. It's affecting your ability to go out there and date the types of people that you want to date, because maybe you don't see yourselves as worthy. It's interesting too, because like, I'm going to pull this out really quick. In this Five of Pentacles, it's like we have this beautiful woman with these glowing pentacles, and then this man just sitting off here in the shadows. It's like, I almost wonder if you guys have like a love interest or someone that you've had your eye on that you look at as being very financially abundant. But because you guys don't feel good enough, you're not even like going there. You know what I mean? So romance could literally be a thing for some of you guys, but I also feel like romance is talking about this Page of Cups energy of going after what it is that you love, right? So finding ways to fall in love with your work, finding ways to fall in love with the way that you're making money so that the process feels more enjoyable and less draining on your energy. Okay? And then we also had No coming in. So it's interesting because this can be subjective depending on your situation. Like maybe there was a question you guys had about your finances coming into this reading. The answer is no to that for some of you. For others, I think it's like saying no to feeling drained. You know what I mean? Like saying no to energies that no longer serve you anymore when it comes to finances. Let's close out this cycle. Let's learn the lessons. Let's move on. Let's not repeat it again. I also think this is talking about saying no to external factors that are burdening you right now, too. It's okay to say no and focus on your own well-being. Wow, so pile 2, this was a really interesting reading. Like I was saying, it's definitely like more of that energy check-in. So even though I didn't see like a ton about like tangible money coming in, the energies are looking really favorable for you guys to make some shifts and changes to the way that you're connecting with money. Because at the end of the day, money is energy, right? And a lot of times the amount of money we have is a direct reflection of how we feel about ourselves, right? Going back to this Five of Pentacles. And I think maybe a lot of you guys have some self-worth work to do or self-esteem work to do around your deserving of having money or your ability to receive money. So definitely let me know, pile number 2, how the message resonated. Drop me a comment down below in the comment section. I always love hearing from you guys down there. If you're not already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And I will definitely see you guys in a new reading soon. Bye. Hey there, group 3. If you guys picked out this green adventurine, this is going to be your financial flow energy check-in for the next 3 months. So we're going to start off with tarot and oracle, and then we will work in the rest of these as the reading progresses. So overall energy around finances the next 3 months is the new moon in Sag. So we have luck is on your side. Okay. From the tarot, we've got the Hierophant card. We have the moon. Okay. We have the World. Lots of major arcanas coming in. We have an Ace of Cups reversed. And we have the Hermit. Whoa. This is a lot of major energy around finances the next couple months, you guys. Wow. Give me a second here. So what I feel for you guys, overall energy the next couple months is the new moon in Sagittarius. So you guys are definitely starting a new cycle or a new phase as it pertains to the way that you're connecting or making money, the way that you're viewing finances or your flow and energy around finances. Sagittarius is a really cool sign because it has to do with broadening our horizons. It has to do with travel. It has to do with exploration. And so I kind of feel like over the course of the next couple months, you guys are going to begin to look into new ways that you can make more money. You're looking at new ways on how you can expand your financial assets and things like that. I feel like starting off here, we've got the energy of the Hierophant. So I kind of feel like in this group, like you guys have always kind of made money like the status quo way, if you will, because the Hierophant card is very much about like doing things the way society tells you you're supposed to. And I'm doing the quotations here. So this could be like you guys have been more into like just working a regular like 9-to-5 job. Maybe you have just like one stream of income, really like making money the very traditional way. Maybe some of you guys already have things like a 401k or some sort of like retirement plan. I feel like whatever you guys have been doing or are doing for finances currently is very much just linked to the status quo of the way like the Matrix tells us to do things, if you will. And I kind of feel with the moon that you guys are wanting a little bit more. But maybe there's like this energy of not really knowing how to go about things, okay? Some of you guys may also be connecting with like a financial advisor of some sort, because the Hierophant can also talk about like connecting with an expert or connecting with someone that's a professional, like a subject matter expert, to help you guide like uncertain times as it pertains to money. So the moon card here, I definitely think you guys might be uncertain about like how to go about this new kind of like maybe looking at other streams of income or other ways of making money. But this also sort of talks about like the future being a little bit unknown, and maybe we're feeling just like a little bit fearful about that. I definitely think this is going to be a time where you guys are really leaning into your intuition, really confronting any of those like subconscious fears that you might have around trying something new, around making more money, around maybe alternate streams of income, things like that. Because definitely this energy of the Hierophant card, like if you're somebody that's so used to doing things like the status quo, the traditional way, it can definitely feel a little bit scary when you're like trying out these new things and it's like, I don't really know where this is going to go. It's interesting too because we have luck is on your side, which is making me think that like you guys might be trying something that could be a little bit risky, you know? So like some sort of like, I don't know, like what you guys would be doing. It's you guys will know because it's your reading, but maybe there's something a bit risky you're trying, or something that just feels risky to you because it's just not the traditional way you've done things in the past. But the cool thing with the World card coming in is that I definitely see this cycle of fear of the unknown closing out for you. And I also see the World as like being ready to start this exploration of new things. So almost like the first like month and a half or so, I feel like you guys are still moving through this energy of maybe like doing your research, trying to decide how you're going to go about this exploration period. And then we come to this conclusion that like, okay, I'm not going to be afraid anymore. It's time for me to evolve. It's time for me to go ahead and try something new. We're closing out this cycle of tradition and we're trying something new. So we have here the Ace of Cups and then the Hermit. So I still think that as you guys are kind of broadening your horizons, exploring, the Ace of Cups is telling me that there could be just kind of a time period where you guys are trying to find the thing that makes you feel the most emotionally fulfilled. So for some of you, this can be about like maybe taking some time with the Hermit to like do a little bit more research, make sure that you're making the right choices and decisions around the ways that you're investing your money, around the types of jobs you're taking, things like that. It definitely feels like there's a lack of emotional fulfillment here. And with the Hermit card, it's going to be really important for you guys to take that time to kind of isolate, do your research, and maybe just like explore and research in, silence, if that makes sense. So this is interesting. Let's get a little more context with the rest of your oracle cards here. Pile 3. So we have the Wyvern. Your secrets are safe. Okay. We have the Raven. Darkness looms on the horizon. That's so like dramatic and like theatrical. Oh my gosh. Don't be freaked out by that card, you guys. I feel like it's too extra. Because I'm not really seeing anything bad here. What I see though is with this card, I definitely think this can be talking about this moon energy of just not really feeling sure about what direction we want to go. For some of you guys, this could also have to do with your career. Maybe some of you guys are looking for a new job right now, and this could be what this Hierophant card is talking about, like Maybe you're wanting to just find a new job that's like your traditional regular stream of income, and there's a little bit of uncertainty around this. And so I kind of feel like this is what that Raven card is talking about. It's that, like, with your money, there is going to be a time period in the next few months where things might feel a little uncertain or uneasy. And it, the Hermit also talks about kind of going into the dark for a while as well. Not in a bad way, but just in a way that we're retreating from something to find wisdom. We also have your secrets are safe. So if there's something going on with your money that's like maybe you guys aren't telling people about, or maybe you're confiding in a financial advisor or a friend about, or whatever it is, this is just a message that you can trust this person and that things are going to be okay with that. We have the Lightning coming in, which talks about power. So this is about you guys really knowing your power and channeling your power to make the needed changes, right? I think that you guys are going to come to this conclusion kind of like mid like month 2-ish with that World card, that like you actually are in control of your situation. You guys do have the power and the strength to manifest whatever it is that you want. It's just about figuring out how to do it and doing it in a smart and wise way. We have Home Sweet Home. An opportunity to relax is on the horizon. Find your center to create your unique sense of comfort. Yes, I feel like you guys are wanting to just be comfortable with whatever you're doing, whether it's for work or whether it's for just strictly about money. This is like, this reading feels like it's about creating a sense of stability for yourself so that you guys can be comfortable as you move forward. We also have the 8th house, Scorpio, Pluto. This talks about how you affiliate with others, how you cope through transitions, and ancestral inheritance. Yeah. How you cope through transitions. It really feels like you guys are coming. It's like, I do feel a transition energy here, you guys, because, the world, I'm going to move this for a minute. The World card is when we're closing out a really major cycle in our lives, right? So you've got the World, which is talking about closing out a cycle, and you have the new moon in Sag, which is talking about a new cycle of exploration, right? So you guys might be moving through some sort of transition with home in the next few months, or maybe some sort of transition with work in the next few months, something that will affect or impact your finances. And so this time period is going to really test your ability to move through these transitions smoothly without being fearful or being super fearful of the future. It might feel like a little bit of a dark time with this card, Scorpio coming up. This is kind of when we're doing that shadow work, but I feel like a lot of you guys probably already know what's going on in your situation and what this would be talking about. So we have online lurking. That's just so funny the way they say it. So I think with online lurking, like this could be part of that research. Maybe you guys are looking into different ways of making money online, and maybe the beginning part of the next 3 months is more about like looking and doing research and watching. Like I'm having a vision of you guys like watching like the charts or like the stock market, things like that, before you really dive in and actually do something about it. This could mean something different for others of you. That's kind of what I mean. It feels like more of a research and watching thing versus a doing thing just yet. And we also have power struggle coming in, which is interesting. I think that this is about like, and look, you guys have power here too. Power struggle, we have the number 5 here. This talks about change. So it's like, I'm wondering if you guys are just trying to kind of like remain in control as you're moving through the change instead of like maybe just like going with the flow of the change. But it's interesting because I do feel like you're being guided here to stand in your power when it comes to your financial flow over the next few months. So even though it might feel a little bit challenging and difficult, and maybe you guys may want to retreat and just like hide from it, I definitely think that Spirit is guiding you to use your power to do the things you need to do to get the things done you need to get done around your finances. All right, our last 2 cards for pile 3, we have reconsider. Yeah, so you guys are definitely like, you're doing some research or like reconsidering something about the way that you're doing money. And I really feel it has to do with like your status quo traditional way of doing things. It's like, I think you guys are still wanting to be comfortable in your life, but you're starting to think differently about the way that you are going after your financial abundance. We also have in the near future, which is interesting. So you guys got a time frame here. So I think that in the near future, maybe this reading will make more sense. In the near future, something significant is happening for your financial flow. I think in the near future, this is when some of these energies of the change, the new beginnings will be becoming more obvious to you, things of that nature. But in the near future is a random time frame that came out for you guys. So you'll have to let me know if there's something specific you guys have been waiting on, because this could be talking about something that you've been wanting coming to fruition in the near future, maybe once this energy passes through. So this was kind of interesting, pile 3. I definitely didn't see a lot of like tangible like money messages coming in. This was just very much more about energy of like transitions and changes and doing things differently. So I'd be curious to know how it resonated and kind of what's been going on with you guys. So drop me a comment below and let me know. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out with getting my content out there. And I will see you all in a new reading soon. Bye.